What this video is about is apparently Call of Duty stole Brandon Herrera's AK-50. So we're gonna find out, like, is this fully true? Is there, does he know something we don't know? Let's find out.
New season of Call of Duty. Oh yeah, not kidding. Hi there, my name is Brandon Herrera.
Okay, wait, was this added very recently? Like, how recently was this? I guess if it came out, you know, after he debuted the gun, then I guess that's why it would make news. If it came out just like randomly beforehand, then this wouldn't be a video topic. So I guess it would have come out very, very recently.
Herrera, and this is my gun, the AK-50. Over the course of the last 8 years, my team and I developed the world's first and only 50 BMG AK. It was a huge engineering challenge, but after showing tons of updates throughout the entire process, on May 10th, we released a video showing off the finished version of the AK-50 V3, getting millions of views in the first few days, becoming the biggest video release we'd ever done at the time. You might imagine my surprise then when a couple months later, my buddy hits me up.
Nothing can beat currently trending political news, especially if it's about the assassination attempt on a previous president and person running for president. Yeah, you're not going to beat that, unfortunately. Or fortunately. No, unfortunately. I'd probably rather it just not happen at all. So, but yeah, this is just the most recent event that I know of in a long string of events where people steal like art or assets or ideas from other people and hoping nobody catches it. Hasn't, what is it called? Magic the Gathering. Haven't they been caught stealing artwork from fans or like fan-made artwork on like DeviantArt and stuff? So, you know, game companies and big companies, they're like, hey, if we steal it, maybe no one will notice. And then even if they do, maybe we can just kind of get out of it with a little bit of a fine or kind of ignore it and just see where it goes. So this isn't completely surprising.
And hits me with the line, dude, they just put the AK-50 in Call of Duty. Yep, on July 24th, they announced the new Season 5 to Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, which included new weekly challenges that unlock new weapons or upgrades every week. Week 2 of which being the motherfucking AK-50, or as Call of Duty calls it, the Jack Cataclysm, which, not gonna lie, it's a pretty cool name. It's listed as a 50 BMG conversion kit to an RPK, which, no. Hell, even gaming YouTube has pretty well figured that out even before I made this video. Now, before you ask,
wait. What is it?
YouTube has pretty well.
Yeah, AK-50 versus Mimic? Oh, there are Mimics, that's right. It's been so long since I've played a Call of Duty game.
Figured that out even before I made this video. Now, before you ask, no, I am not getting any sort of royalties, nor was I asked beforehand, nor did I even know before I found out through the announcement. I'll get into that a little bit later too, but that's normally just the first thing that my audience seems to ask whenever I pointed it out on Twitter or anything like that. Yes,
I mean, he should get royalties
no,
or something.
Daddy is not paying my bills with that sweet, sweet AAA paycheck. But I did want to take this very unique and very, very weird opportunity to review my own gun in Call of Duty, compare it to the real life version, and even actually play some with it. Because let's be honest, getting my own gun added to the game was probably one of the only ways that I was going to be playing the new Call of Duty as an adult. My heart still belongs.
Based take. Look, I love Call of Duty when I was younger, but my thumbs, they cannot keep up with the younger generation today. And that makes me sound old. I'm not even old. I'm still in my 20s. But like kids today, I can't keep up. It's impossible. They know all these things. They have the time to go on to YouTube and look up best strategies, best places to go, best ways to do X, where the best guns are, best dropping locations, stuff like that. And I'm like, I don't have time for that. I can't do that. I can't do it. I can't beat the reflexes. I can't do any of that stuff. So I fully agree.
Belongs to the classic Modern Warfare 2. Remember, no rushing. Now let's be clear about one thing up front. It is my gun. Saw a lot of people online pulling the whole, oh, it looks completely different, bro. Bullshit. Fuck you. That is my gun. Yeah. Aside from it obviously being a 50 cal AK modeled after, you know, the only 50 cal AK in existence. Look at the bulge front trunnion. I mean, the rivet pattern.
Trunnion! He said the word! He said trunnion, let's go!
Rivets, that's very unique to the 50. I mean, shit, here's the exact same angle, so you make up your own mind, but I know my baby when I see it. Plus, there's only one of them on the planet to base it off of. The one that got tens of millions of views on its development,
yeah,
and millions of views in the first week of its launch.
Like, okay, when I said he should get royalties, I'm gonna pull that back a bit. He should at least get paid something. Okay, he should. there should be something that gets him like notoriety or like this is his. They shouldn't be just like, yeah, we made this gun and we made a fictional gun and we put it in the game, because one, it's not fictional anymore. It should be said that this is his gun, or at the very least, I don't know, like make it whenever he shoots it, it should say like an audio clip of him or something. I don't know.
And it's the one that I built. So there's that. Now I will say on the Call of Duty design, there are a few changes, but we'll get into that later because I find them interesting. And also, sorry, I know it has been a while. I was speaking for Young Americans for Liberty and then came home and came down with COVID.
Ooh.
Again, thanks China. But real quick, let's talk about one of my least favorite subjects. Debt. Getting into credit card debt is easy. Ask me how I know. Getting out, well, the system's set up so that you don't. So if you're struggling with credit cards, personal loans, collections, or medical bills, you need to check out PDS Debt. PDS provides a service to match you with debt solutions tailored to your financial situation.
Dude, I'm not in
debt. If you're making
debt.
payments every month, but you feel like your balances aren't going down, PDS might have an answer for you. Everyone with $10,000 or more of eligible debt qualifies.
Isn't credit card debt going
so bad
up?
and fair credit are both accepted. PDS
like there's just more and more people in credit card debt.
It can help provide alternative solutions to becoming debt-free. And right now, PDS Debt is offering a free debt analysis. It only takes 30 seconds. So you can head on over to pdsdebt.com/BH to get your free debt assessment today.
Damn.
Let's face it, owing money to people sucks. And if it's something that you've struggled with, maybe check out PDS. We appreciate them for sponsoring the video. Back to the content. So let's go ahead.
The best ways, okay, this is completely unrelated to the rest of the video, but the best ways to avoid debt is to just the best ways to, not have that situation is just don't get into debt in the first place. So always research ways to avoid getting into debt and research methods that are like scams or predatory so that you don't get into those situations. That is always the best way. There are good kinds of debt if you have a plan set in motion to be able to take care of it. That some student loan debt I can understand. I understand that. System could be better, but other than that, do your best to avoid it. Do your best to avoid it. I'm in debt and right now being told to stop paying so they can do that debt relief option. If that's a valid strategy, go for it.
Go ahead and take a look at the gun. Right off the bat, I mean, this is definitely the AK-50 just with no front handguard and drum magazine. Now, for those of you who aren't quite gun savvy and you're confused as to why I'm calling this an AK and not, an RPK conversion, it's because an RPK is an AK. Grab the trusty wall RPK. The RPK is literally just a designation of AK, just with a longer and thicker barrel. That's just so it can fill more of like a light machine gun type role. So one of the first things that you'll notice about this thing is that it's got a big ass skeletonized drum mag. So there's no real 50 cal drum mag that exists, at least yet. But this drum looks like it's based on the Foztech 20 rounder, which isn't available yet. It's still a prototype. It's going through some design tweaks and stuff like that, but they did show it off at, SHOT Show and NRAM and
that's
stuff
cool.
like that. But Foztech does know that as soon as it's available, I will be busting down their walls like the fucking Kool-Aid man trying to get one. The AK-50 deserves a drum mag. Also, just kind of a funny side note.
So why is he so into giving his AK-50 a drum magazine? Because last time I remember, I guess, if he's just doing it for fun, it could be a cool aesthetic thing. But hasn't he said, or at least someone else has said in the past, for drum magazines being used in military action, they're not the best because they have like they can jam more often, I think it said, or it could lead to it, like, while it holds more ammo, they are more bulky to carry with you. So overall, it's a little bit harder to carry more ammo. It's like, sure, more ammo in a magazine, but you carry less magazines, something like that. So that's just, that's why drum magazines, they look cool, but in practice, they're not utilized all too often in military operations, if I'm not mistaken.
Now, the AK-50 is already heavy as fuck, just as a thing to run around with as a semi-auto 50 BMG. It comes in weighing like slightly more than a Barrett M82. It's like the idea of like in Call of Duty running around and jumping around with it. I mean, they made the aim down sight speed and everything pretty slow, like super slow for Call of Duty for the AK-50, which makes sense because it's fucking big. But now imagine adding like 20 rounds of 50, which if my math is correct, I think is like 5 more pounds. Not to mention the big ass metal drum magazine to hold all of that ammo and to work it and feed it. It's got to be an extra 5 pounds too. So just loading the gun is like adding an additional third of the gun's weight to the bottom. Yeah, I get why it's hard to run around with. Now I am going to touch on this part really quickly too, about it being a conversion kit. So here's an RPK-74, right? This is a 50 BMG. First off, in order to even feed this,
just jam it up there.
The magazine has to be about that far back. The magazine has to go
Just
about
jam it on
as
up
far
there.
back on the receiver as the end of the trigger guard is. So you need to completely trash this receiver. I'm not even getting to the firing 50 cal part yet. This receiver would need to be at least twice as long. Now, as far as being able to fire 50 cal, now this is the round that this gun was built to fire. This is the one you're converting it to. That's
Oh my god. How, hang on. I knew they were big, but seeing it next to the usual round, that is probably as big as my like hand is tall, I guess you could say. Like I don't know, from like the bottom of my palm to where the tip of my middle finger is. I'm guessing, I don't know, it might be smaller. It's hard to tell from this, but that is, I don't want that going through my body.
the one you're converting it to. That's not fucking happening, homie. It's like those pictures of the mountain and its
I knew
life.
it.
It's like that.
He's gonna make a dick joke.
Good luck. So yeah, on the actual AK-50, we had to start from scratch on basically every part. The only things that we kept, we had to scale everything up. We had to scale everything up to be able to fit, a 50 BMG, because that's a huge, huge undertaking. The only parts on the AK-50 we were able to keep the same size, and they're interchangeable with the standard AK, are the fire control group, like the
What about the trunnion?
and the pistol grip. We saw certain parts
damn
with the recoil springs.
He didn't say the word trunnion.
By and large, you have to completely start over and scale everything up just to even begin to make it work. So yeah, it's a conversion kit in the same way that if you took the tires off of a Corvette and put them onto a Honda Civic, you've now converted that into a Corvette. One of the major differences between the AK-50 and the gun in the game, though, is that their AK-50 has a stock. I understand why they did it in the game, just because, it adds something else to customize. They had different, PKM stocks and stuff you can throw on there, which, not gonna lie, it looks pretty cool. But really, this is just the devs not understanding that the bolt carrier actually has to go somewhere when the gun fires. And that distance that it has to travel leaves you basically no room for a stock. Unless you mean like just a little stubby thing.
Are you telling me that game developers don't understand how the inner workings, I hit my desk, how the inner workings of a gun works in reality? Oh no! It's not like Bethesda's been doing that for years with their guns in Fallout and Starfield, okay? I will bring up any chance I get to bring up how bad the guns in Bethesda games are. I'm gonna take them. Because they will be like, oh, look, like, oh, I'm just going to put the magazine inside this. Where is it going? That's not where the magazine goes. It's not where it goes. I was like, oh, and then the bolt goes back. It's like, it's going the wrong way. It's like they somehow made it go forward instead of backwards. Like, oh my God. They just act like the inside of a gun is its own pocket dimension. God.
Or like a butt pad or something like that, which is why the AK-50, the Barrett, the Serbu, and pretty much all semi-auto shoulder-fired 50s.
Yeah, Todd's probably never seen a gun before. That's why he was in the chess team.
We need that distance for the bolt carrier to travel, because while the round might have gotten bigger and the gun has gotten bigger, the shooter stays the same size, meaning that the distance between the butt of the gun and the pistol grip needs to be pretty much the same size. It's called length of pull. It needs to be consistent to actually have a good functioning weapon. Because if you added a stock to the back of a Barrett or the AK-50, you'd be all the way out here, making it basically impossible to shoulder. In classic nomenclature of the channel, where'd a bolt go, though? But now I guess it's time for the big question. Pretty much the question everybody's been asking me since this was even announced.
Why are you gay?
Am I butthurt or am I flattered? Truthfully, I think it's really cool. 16-year-old me could not fathom a gun that I'm responsible for even touching a mainstream game like Call of Duty.
Hey, welcome, Glosspan.
I think that's super neat. It would have been nice if I was asked or at least even told. I would have said yes. I mean, I don't want any money. I got my own gig going on. It's pretty sweet. But I don't even necessarily think it was a direct intentional rip like Call of Duty proper meant to take the gun. Here's what I think could have happened. One of their artists probably had an entire folder full of reference files for things that they thought were cool or things that, different guns that they wanted to draw inspiration from in different ways. And the AK-50 ended up in it. They took that as a reference file thinking, it's probably a production gun. They altered some stuff, made it fit the game, and boom, Jack Cataclysm. Not only is that a potential scenario, to be perfectly honest, knowing how a lot of this stuff works, I think that's the most likely scenario. So no,
he is a bigger man than I am. One, he's doing the absolutely correct thing here by being, the better man in this situation, by not getting butthurt about it, because one, he doesn't need the money. But if I was in his situation, I would have been like, you know, it would have been nice to have been told about it or something, you know, would have been pretty nice to do that, but you know, okay. Because, you know, the optics are important here, but he is looking like the better man here. But I wouldn't, the fact that there have been many cases of video game developers, not necessarily just Activision, or I think EA made this, I don't remember who makes these games. I get EA and Activision mixed up. But the fact that many companies have been caught doing this, where they just take ideas or art from creators outside of the company before, it's like, I don't know if that was, you know, done like that, especially the timing. Like if this was done way later in the future, I would be like, yeah, it's possible that they had a reference photo of it or someone had submitted it as like a reference type thing and they didn't understand where the reference came from, thinking it was a production. I'd be like, yeah, that makes sense. But it happened so fast. I'd be like, I don't know. But that's just me. The optics he presents here is absolutely the correct way to go. But since I'm not him, I can at least say it's like I would have been like way butthurt. I would have been way butthurt. Hey Rave, can you pay for going against Activision Blizzard lawyers? I cannot. But he doesn't have to be like do a lawsuit. He just has to be on Twitter and say like, hey, would have been nice if you would have consulted me or anything, which he's kind of done. So I would say that this is not theft. I don't think there's any legal thing he could obviously do. But it would have been something like, hey, he's doing the right thing. He's making a video off of it. He's making some revenue from that. He's making some exposure from this. So he's doing absolutely the correct thing. But I'd be a little bit butthurt.
I am not out to go, you know, sue Call of Duty or anything like a lot of other people have been saying. One,
that would be ridiculous.
I have zero interest in it. Like I said before, I wouldn't like to use it anyway. Two, probably because they have a good legal case that they've transformed it enough that it falls under fair use. It's not like they're producing the thing. I mean, they have it in a video game. They transformed it a little bit for artistic reasons, and now it's theirs. Or at least that's what they'll argue in the court. And like I think that's a fair legal standing. Let's face it, they have millions of dollars for lawyers on standby, and I have less than zero interest in even fucking trying that shit, even if I wanted to. So no, there's not gonna be any fucking legal battle between me and Call of Duty. I think it's cool to make something that people are inspired by, and I think it's neat to see that kind of grow and expand even beyond me. I think it would have been cool to be involved in it because
Gibby, that's rude. Don't interrupt the man. No, I don't think he's being a coward. I think he's being smart. He's being very, very smart right now of not trying to tango with the lawyers because he would lose. So he's doing the absolute correct thing, because it's one thing, like if you go back at them being angry and upset and everything, you know, people don't like defending people that show obvious like anger emotions. But if you show yourself being a cool dude and nice dude in any sort of argument, it's harder to be mad at that person. You're more likely to side with them. So he's doing the correct thing.
I think that would have been neat. I mean, it's my baby. But I also understand why big corporations like Activision or Sledgehammer or whatnot can't even begin to touch somebody like me. I hate we live in that kind of world, but it is what it is. But now the moment of truth. How good's the gun?
Oh, jeez.
Oh god.
Oh my god. This isn't Rust, obviously. This is I don't know what this is called, like Cargo or Freighter or something like that. But this is like their newer version of Rust, in my opinion, where it's just such a small map and you're shooting and dying left, right, and center. You're just all over. And I hated this map because I suck at these games.
It's this fucking like Borderlands shit.
What? Why is the color like this? What is happening with the color? It's so bright. Am I the only one that thinks that this looks weird?
Fuck. Come on, fucker. There you go. Alright, this thing kind of bugs. I mean, like, I take it for granted this thing kind of fucking one-shot. Oh, wow. I feel like I take it for granted this thing...
You can't get a word out.
I take it for granted this thing can one-shot, but at the same time, like, it's a fucking 50 cal. It should be able to do that. No matter what, this thing should be able to kill you with one fucking round.
Oh, you gotta aim down sights. It's really slow, man.
Get some. Come on.
He's doing about as good as I do. And playing about the same way that I play too. Just aim down sights constantly.
I feel like I'm not locked in right now.
Ah! Ooh.
There we go. We're getting better.
Well,
Not good
defeat.
enough.
Wait. What is this? Oh, I thought this was Nuketown. This is not Nuketown. This is not Nuketown. Okay. Pause. Touch someone like me. Yeah. I saw that. Yeah. I mean, even if he takes it to court and wins, it'll be possibly years of $10,000. Yeah, he will not win the lawsuit. It would be a pointless endeavor. Don't you bonk my screen, chat. How dare you? Ooh, ah. Oh.
I'm on one more.
What the heck is a mosquito drone?
Just need one more. Give me one
nice
more.
Hacksaw Ridge reference.
There you go. That's all I wanted. I know I've done like Twitch and shit before, but like I feel like this is my first time being a streamer, which is kind of wild.
Wait, was he streaming this?
Fucking gun, and I'm still getting fucking my ass raped. While playing this, knowing I'm gonna be judged by an army of fucking 11-year-olds.
Oh yeah.
Hey, old man.
Dude, he's not utilizing. He's not utilizing the drop down and the slide mechanics.
I'm not used to this ADD shit. God, this is hell.
Yeah, how many of the people that he's fighting against are on Adderall right now?
Shooting the AK is kind of wild. Oh well, did I just get a hit marker? Did I just fucking hit somebody here? No, but really, like just the recoil impulse, the sound, like everything. There you go. All right, I'm getting accidental fucking kills while I'm trying to talk here. Yeah, everything, just the recoil impulse, even just the sound, like it's pretty close.
Is that Spawn?
Kill me with my gun? Fuck you.
I wonder where the gun ranks in terms of like viability.
I'm doing what the kids say is locking in. Oh fuck. Hey, fuck off.
Oh!
Fuck off. Fuck off. God damn it. Alright, getting a little frustrated with the AK-50. Now it might be time to whip out the fucking...
This is just like me. I always have an RPG as my secondary because I never remember to switch to my secondary. When they're like, oh, switching to your secondary is faster than reloading. It's like, I don't ever remember that, so I just carry an RPG in case I need to blow something up.
Cheaper shit.
We secured 2 objectives. We're taking Bravo.
And get fucked.
You missed!
Not pumped enough. Get fucked. There you go. Alright, I'm that guy. Hey, there you go, behind the plywood. Oh, there you go. There's my gun.
Oh, golden.
Man. Alright, how you got yours set up? Ooh, I like that. Ooh, I do like that. I really like that.
Zen, what kind of scope is that? Is that an ACOG? It's the only one I know by name.
There you go. Give me my gun back. Fuck you. Fuck you. Give me my gun. There we go.
He just wants the golden version. Uh-oh.
You. Ah! Hey.
There it is.
There you go. That's it. Fuck it. Did you have my golden plated gun?
Ooh.
Was that a golden plated AK-50? Give me that shit. I need that in my life. Give me that shit. Give me that. I see. Oh.
How many kills does it take to get a golden gun? Like 100? 1,000?
Fuck you.
No, it's definitely like 1,000 because 100 is way too low. Oh.
Look at that. Look at that. The fuck kind of camo is that?
It's like lava.
Seriously, the fuck kind of camo is that?
Silence.
Was that suppressed?
Yeah. He took it.
You just took it. You took my gun.
Wait for him to die.
Oh, yeah, no, it is suppressed. Son of a bitch. I'll wait for you to die. Sorry, buddy. I'm stealing your shit. Yep. Yoink. Mine.
I'm loading.
Oh, that takes a while to reload.
Yep, this is dope. Keeping this.
Oh, until you die.
As I can.
Oh! Almost got a double kill. Is that a furry?
Ah, I got the furry back.
What is with the skins in this game? There's Spawn, there's a furry. Do they have anime characters in the game yet?
No hits? Fuck you. Ah! Alright, that was a pretty cool setup.
Also, do you have to buy this gun? Is it free? Do you unlock it? Is it one of those?
Friends.
Hardpoint compromised. Secure the area.
Oh! Knifed.
Oh, my gun. Hello.
Friendly UAV online.
Wait, did he have to pay for this?
Gun for it.
Hostile UAV in the area.
God,
What
this
it-
thing kind of fucks it, Rest.
Why do I feel like some of these characters are like Solid Snake?
At least it did. What's funny is that in the last few days, if you've been playing Call of Duty and you got killed by an AK-50 and the username was the AK guy, pretty good chance you got killed by me. So that is the AK-50 in Call of Duty. I think what we learned here today is don't expect me to be a COD streamer anytime soon. I'm gonna go back to doing the things that I'm good at. I think I've just had enough stimuli to fry the brain of a medieval child. Anyhow, guys, I appreciate you watching this video. I know it's a little different. This is not even a scenario that I would have ever imagined I would have been in. But it's something that's really cool, and it's something that I don't think would have happened without you guys and just the audience that we built together. So I guess to close things out, I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you staying all the way to the end. And I will see you sexy YouTube mother lovers in the next video. Thanks.
Nice, nice. All right, what's gonna be the outtake? What's gonna be the outtake?
I was speaking at the Young Americans for Liberty concert. So let's go ahead and take a look at the gun. I just spit. That was disgusting.
No, not Funhouse. I've been watching a lot of Funhouse videos, but nice, nice. Okay, you know, I applaud him for being the better man and the smart man for not trying to do any legal battle, because yeah, that would not go well. He's been around the block long enough to know that that is a fruitless endeavor. So good for him. Glad the gun is in the game. I'm glad the gun is getting exposure. I still think it would have been very nice if they had like asked him at least, because you know maybe this was a mix-up like he said. And you know, innocent until proven guilty, but the amount of times people have been caught stealing stuff, I don't know. But again, I like the video and I like the gun. The gun's pretty cool. It still won't get me to play Call of Duty ever on stream, because I'm absolute ass at shooters and my aim will be horrible, and it will just be I wouldn't even be able to talk. So I wouldn't be able to talk because I just constantly be getting killed. I'd be like in the middle of a phrase that goes, okay, guys, so, you know, today I was like, I'm dead. And that would happen at nauseum. But yeah. Well, people in the future on YouTube, if I put this up on YouTube, thank you for watching. And if you enjoyed it, maybe like, subscribe. Go check out his videos and channels, please. I know you probably already do. But go do that, and maybe even come by the Discord or the live streams live. And until next time, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of the day. And stay awesome, y'all.